Welcome, Vivian, for this moment here in Venice during the conference Performance-Based Facade Design 2025.
Yeah.
It's not every day that we have the chance to have a conversation in a beautiful palace overlooking the Grand Canal in Venice.
This is amazing. This is an amazing place.
So may I ask you first to say a couple of words about yourself, about your background?
Sure. So I'm Vivian Manasc. I'm an architect and principal at Reimagine Architects based in Alberta, Canada. I've been practicing architecture for a very long time. I'm originally from Bucharest, Romania, and I grew up in Montreal in Canada. And after I completed my architectural studies at McGill, I moved west to Alberta, where I have worked for all of these years. And our practice, Reimagine Architects, has about 100 people. We have a team in Edmonton, that's our largest office. And we also have a studio in Calgary and in Vancouver. And we also have a studio in Bucharest in Romania. So we have a good range of architects and engineers and designers from all over the world that work with us in our studio. And we have the pleasure of working in a very collaborative team environment in extreme climates. So most of our work is in small rural and remote communities and in the Arctic and in extreme climates. And we work with First Nations communities. We work with on a wide range of building types, from tourism facilities to schools and university buildings and cultural centers, community facilities, a good range of public buildings. So that's just a little overview of who we are as a practice. We also do a lot of work on reimagining existing buildings, which of course are not as old as the ones here in Venice, because we don't really have buildings of this vintage, but we do have buildings from the various early parts of the 20th century that we reimagine and repurpose for new uses in today's world.
Very impressive. Thank you. So today we had many presentations about advanced technologies, material innovations, and beautiful architectural projects. And the participants of the conference come from many different countries. They have different backgrounds, mainly on the facade engineering side and architectural side. From your experience, what are the biggest opportunities and challenges currently facing facade engineers and architects, especially in developing sustainable buildings and especially in cold climates?
Right. Our challenges are really around cold climates, right? Around really understanding at a time of climate change, we're seeing more extreme climates. So we're seeing more extreme heat as well as more extreme cold. So, we used to say we design for plus 40 to minus 40, but now it's even extending beyond that range. Now it's maybe plus 50 to minus 50. That's a very wide range of building conditions. And we have, building technologies that have been proven for the last 50 years, but still there's opportunities and challenges to actually improve building envelope performance at a price people are prepared to pay, right? And that's definitely one of the challenges, is the economics of high performance sustainable buildings is increasingly complex. The other complexity is really reimagining existing buildings, as I was mentioning. And we have a lot of building stock from the 1970s, which by standards here is not very old, but certainly finding ways to improve the building envelope performance of those 1970s, 1980s buildings is a really particularly complex challenge.
And what do you feel participants in this conference will gain from engaging with the latest materials or recent innovation? All this relates to lifelong learning and the development of skills within offices.
It does, and it also relates to developing networks of people, because skills and knowledge are really resident within individuals, and The community that's been pulled together here by Angela and her team is really great. It's a very diverse group of architects and building envelope engineers and building scientists and materials manufacturers and product designers and developers and industrial designers. And so it's exciting to meet people who are working in adjacent fields but in different geographies. And you really get the opportunity to say, oh, well, that's a person that, I might connect with next time there's this puzzle or a question, see how they would approach it, right? So I think that's really the magic of this kind of a conference, is that it's a large global community, but until you meet people, you don't really know who to call, right? Because the larger the community and the bigger the complexity, the more who do you call?
So the reason why you are here today is because you are a member of the advisory board of the event, Performance-Based Facade Design 2025. If you could give one piece of advice to emerging architects striving to balance technical performance, sustainability, what would it be?
I think, imagine the world of the possible, right? Be confident that there's possible solutions and that there's creative possibilities that can come if you just keep exploring. I think the creative possibilities shouldn't be thwarted. There's always a solution. You just have to keep exploring and keep discovering what's possible, and keep building your network of people who can help you to solve those problems. Because if you don't know the solution, somebody will, and it's just a matter of finding how to integrate all of the expertise that's around us.
Thank you, Vivian. It was a pleasure to have this interview with you in this beautiful setting. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was a lovely evening, and thank you for taking the time.